Okay, so this stretch today is all glutes, a little bit of hamstrings, a little bit of low back. If you have a yoga block, grab it. If you have two yoga blocks, grab both of them. You may or may not use them depending on how tight you are. So we're going to start first by sitting cross-legged on the floor. For some people, this is really uncomfortable, so you can take your yoga block and sit on the yoga block, and that will give you a little bit more room, be a bit more comfortable. Okay. So we're starting with a gentle opener of the low back. So you're going to place your left hand on the floor. Take your right arm and reach it over as far as you can. And then very gently swing it forward, kind of graze along the floor until you reach all the way to the other side. Place your right hand on the floor, and then we do that on the other side. So reach over first with the left arm, and then graze it all the way around to the other side. Place your hand on the floor, come back up, reach all the way over. And if you want to exhale as you come across, and then inhale, arm goes up, exhale and come across, just gives you a little bit more space in your belly. Inhale, arm goes up, exhale and cross, should be opening up the low back a little bit. Inhale up, exhale across. We'll do 4 more. Inhale up, and if you want to hold it a little bit longer at any place, you can. Two more. Last one. Good. Then you're going to keep your left leg there. You're going to take your right leg and just bring it slightly in front. And then you're keeping your chest going forward. Place your hands on the floor and start to walk forward until you feel you have enough of a stretch in there. I'll go this way so you can see. We're just going straight forward. So a little bit of a stretch through the left hamstring. Or sorry, right hamstring. As you feel a little bit more relaxed, if you feel it loosening up, you can start to walk your hands a little further forward. And if you want to grab your yoga block, you can place it there. And if you're that low, you can place your elbows on the yoga block or elbows on the floor. So this is getting a little bit into the hamstring, but because you're going straight forward, you get a little bit into the low back as well. Last one. Walk your hands back up. Take that right foot and bring it on the outside of your left knee. So you're tucking it in close towards your belly. Grab your left elbow, wrap it around the right knee, and then you're going to swing, look over the right shoulder and twist. So inhale, come up nice and tall. Exhale and twist, look over the shoulder. Inhale, sit up taller. Exhale and twist. 2 more. Inhale, sit up taller. Exhale and twist. You should be getting a glute stretch here as well on this right glute as you pull it in towards your chest. Last one. Inhale, sit up tall. And then exhale and twist. And we'll do a little counter twist. And then you're going to pull that right foot in towards the left thigh, and then straighten out the left leg. So now we're stretching up the left side. So we're trying to go first straight forward. If you have that block, you can bring it in front of you. With your left foot, trying to flex your foot towards the ceiling. As you become more relaxed, you can reach your hands a little further. Do 3 more breaths here. Last one. Walk your hands back up. Take your left foot and put it on the outside of your right knee. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. You can wrap your right arm around it and then swing your left arm around behind. Lift yourself up nice and tall and then twist from the belly button. 4 breaths. Inhale, sit up tall. Excellent twist. The more you pull the left knee in towards the chest, the more you'll get a glute stretch in that left glute. Last one. Good. Now we're going to untwist and you're going to do a little counter twist in the other direction, but keep your legs the way they are. And this is where you may need to sit on a block, may make it a little bit easier. You're going to keep sliding your left leg all the way over so they're stacked, the knees are stacked on top of each other like that. Okay? And then the goal is to try to get that top knee down as much as you can. If you need to, then you can sit on a block and that will make it a little bit easier. Okay? And then you're going to start to walk your hands forward. Now you're going to feel a stretch in that top leg a little bit more into the glute, maybe a little bit in the right as well. As you feel a little bit more relaxed, you can walk a little further. A little further. Last one, try and go a little further. And walk your hands back up again. And we'll switch legs. Okay, so cross the right on top of the left. A little tight. That's it. And then try and lean forward. And if you're like, just trying to cross them is hard, then just stay sitting up. We'll do 4 breaths. Last one. Yeah, and then walk your hands back up. So we're going to do 2 versions, and you can choose which one's going to work best for your legs for the glute stretch. The first one, the easier one, is 90-90. So your right leg is a 90-degree bend in the front, and then you get a 90-degree bend in your back leg, or wherever feels comfortable for the knee. And then you're going to start to, same idea, walk yourself forward. Now, if you don't feel any stretch in here, you want to go a little bit more intense. I'll show you another way. We're going to go into a pigeon stretch. So you take that block and you put it beside your right bum cheek. Then bring your right foot in closer to your left knee. And then straighten out the left leg so you're kind of up onto your right knee. And then start to slide your leg back until your butt reaches that block. And then you can rest your right butt cheek on the block. Okay, if you don't need the block, that's fine. Your foot can be close to your groin. It doesn't have to be 90 at the front if you're doing the pigeon stretch. Good. And then whichever one you're at, you're going to start to lean forward. Everybody's going to try to think about dragging the right hip back. So pulling it back and pulling the left hip forward. Two more. Last one. If you're in that 90-90, you're just going to lift your knees up and then face the back of your mat and do the same thing. If you're doing the glute stretch, you're just going to switch legs. You can do the same idea. So your left knee is up towards your left wrist, and then start to move your right foot back until you feel a stretch in your glute. And then to support your bum, you can keep your block there. What happens if you don't have the block is people drop down here and then they don't feel a stretch at all. So you want to keep your hips facing the front of your mat. That's it. And everybody's going to go down. And then you're going to pull your left hip back and drag your right hip forward. Three more. Last one. And then you walk your hands back up. Everybody's going to go onto their hands and knees. And we'll just do one cat-cow. So you're going to round your back, look at your belly button, draw the belly in, push your hands into the ground. You're going to push your shoulders up. And then you're going to inhale, roll the shoulders down and back, arc the back goes up towards the ceiling. Okay, so staying in that position, move your hands further forward to the front of the mat, and then you're going to take your right foot and you're going to try to place it on the outside of the right hand. If you need the block, then you can place the block like that to help you give you a bit more space. Okay, so everyone's got their left knee down and then their hands on the inside of the right foot. You're going to try and keep the right leg, the right knee straight up towards the ceiling. If that's enough, you're going to stay there. If you want a little bit more, you're going to go forward. Good. Now everybody take the right hand or left hand, sorry, and bring it outside the mat, so a little bit off to the side. And then take your right arm and twist it and look up towards the ceiling. Lean back. Now you're either going to stay there, or if you have the flexibility, you're going to bend that left foot, reach back and grab your left foot and bring it towards your bum. So you're getting a stretch on the quad as well. Last one. Bring your hand back down on the inside. Walk yourself back up. You're going to place your hands on the top of the knee now. And we're going to do 4. We're going to exhale and push the right knee away. So you're just getting into hip flexors and then inhale back. Okay, so exhale. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale. Inhale back. Place your left hand on the outside of the right knee, and we're going to do one big circle. So swing your hand up over top of your head and then reach back towards the back of the room or the back of your mat, and keep pushing your left hand into your right knee into your hands. You've got some pressure there, so you're getting an increase of a twist. Now you're either going to stay there, or if you want to go more intense and get into the glute as well, we're going to come back. You're going to make a fist with your left hand, place it on the outside. You've got that same pressure on the elbow and the knee. Take your top hand and place it on top of your fist, and then twist. Should feel a little bit in the glutes, IT band, and a lot in the lumbar thoracic spine. Two more. Last one. Excellent. You're going to come back to the center. You're going to walk your foot forward, your right foot forward, and then flex it towards your face. Hands on your hips, and you're going to push your hips back and start to hinge forward at the waist. Chest comes forward towards the toe. Push your right heel into the ground and try to drag it back towards your other knee, or drag your right hip back and left hip forward to get into that hamstring. Two more. Every time you exhale, you're trying to get a little bit lower. Last one. And then come on up. Place that right knee to meet the left, hands on the floor again. One cat-cow. So round your back, look at your belly button, push your hands into the floor, and then inhale, arc the back, draw the hips up towards the ceiling. You're going to move your hands forward. We're going to do the left side. So if you need the block, grab it. Otherwise, you're going to put your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Either going to stay here, or you can move your hands further forward if you want a little bit more intense. Your left knee is facing the ceiling. Last one. Take your right hand and place it off the mat, off to the side. You're going to take your left hand and reach it up and back and let it fall back so your whole body's leaning back. You're either going to stay there, or you're going to pick up your right foot, reach back and grab onto your foot. Two more breaths. Last one. Good. Let go of your foot. Place your hand on the inside of your foot. Walk your hands back up and place them on the top of your left knee. Okay, so we're going to lunge, do the hip flexor lunges. So every time you exhale, push into that knee, lunge forward. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale. Last one. Good. Take your right hand, place it on the outside of your left knee, push it in. Draw the belly in, reach your arm up over top of your head, and then twist and then look behind. So you're either going to stay there, or you're going to come back, bend your right elbow, place it on the outside of the left knee, make a fist. Place your left hand on top, draw the belly in, and then lift up and then twist. Last one. Come back to the center. Straighten out your left leg and start to move it further forward. And then take your left hand and you put it kind of in the crease of your hip and pull that left hip back. And you can either hold it there for a little bit as you hinge forward. Now, if you release it, try not to let the hip roll in again. So keep pulling it back. And if you want to move your hips, you're pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward. Chest is going straight forward, flexing your foot towards the ceiling. Three more. 2 more. Push the heel into the floor will help get into that glute right into the very top of the hamstring. The hamstring and the glute meet. Last one. Excellent. Come on back. You're going to sit on the floor and you're going to put your feet forward and quite wide and just windshield wiper them from side to side. If your glutes are as sore as mine are, they kind of feels like a massage for the glutes. Good. I'm just going to give myself a little pillow. We're going to lay on your back. I'm going to start with a figure 4 stretch. So you're going to cross your left ankle over top of your right knee, and then you're going to bring your leg in towards your chest. You can grab onto the hamstring if you like, or grab onto the shin and pull everything in. And if you can, try to push your hips back down to the floor so you're not rolling up so much. And then think about the left knee going away from your face as you start to pull the right knee in. So it's that same position that we did the 90-90, that stretch when we were sitting up, or the pigeon stretch, similar idea. Last one. Now keep your legs crossed, place your right foot on the floor and cross your left all the way over top. Lift your hips up and bring them over to the right slightly, and then drop both knees over to the left. Your arms can be in T or a cactus, so you should be getting a big stretch on the right front of the body. Maybe a little bit in your low back. Last one. Come back up, uncross your legs, keep your knees bent, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Now you may either stay here or you're going to extend your left leg. You can stay here or bring your right foot up towards the ceiling and try to reach in and grab the inside of the foot and then push the right knee down on the outside of the hips. Look for this 90-degree bend in your knee. Try and relax. Exhale, let everything go. Excellent. Let go of your foot. Put your knee back down. And we're going to cross what do we just do? The other way. So right knee over top of your left knee. And then reach underneath and pull the left leg towards the left knee towards your face. The right knee is going away from your face. Three more breaths. Last one. Place your left foot on the floor. Cross your right leg all the way over top. Lift your hips up and bring them over to the left. And then let both knees fall to the right. If that's too intense, just unstack your legs. Last one. You bring your knees back to center, uncross them, bring your left knee in towards your chest. You're either going to stay here or you're going to straighten out your leg. And you're going to stay here or you're going to lift your foot up, reach inside and grab the inside of your foot and push the knee down outside the rib cage. Good, last one. And you're going to let go of your foot and you're going to flip over onto your belly and you go into a sphinx. So we're just going to do one easy stretch for the abs for a second. So your hands are on the floor, your elbows are directly below your shoulders, and then drag your elbows back and try to peel your chest through your arms. So you need that low back extension, little stretch on your chest. We're going to do a quad stretch next. If the quad stretch is too much, you can do a Superman or you can come back to this. So you're going to you come back down to your belly, arms go above your head. Superman is we lift up the right arm and the left leg. And quad stretch is you put the right hand back down, you reach back and grab onto your foot with your left hand, so left hand, left foot, and then push your foot into your hand. If that's too much, go back to the Superman or go back to the Sphinx stretch. Or you can do a sideline quad stretch if you want to do that instead. Last one. If you're holding onto the foot, let go of the foot. And do the other side. So other side, you lift up the right leg and left arm. Or if you're doing the quad stretch, put the left hand back down, reach back with your right foot and kick your right foot into your right hand. Two more breaths. Last one. And let go of your foot. Stack your hands on top of each other and place your forehead on top of your hands. Bend both knees and you're just going to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Good. Then you're going to straighten out your legs, place the tops of your feet on the floor. You get a little bit of a passive stretch there. And we're going to do 1 minute of crocodile breathing. So we're going to do it 5 times. So you're going to breathe in for 5, pause for a second, breathe out for 5, pause for a second. Okay, so here we go. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more on your own. So you can stay there and continue with your crocodile breathing, or if you have time, and now that you're already stretched out, grab your roller and do a little bit of glute rolling to help ease that pain from our Monday night workout.